Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Computer Science Classes by Nikhil Srivastava. And in this video we will just continue from the point from where we left off in the previous video. So in the previous video we saw how can we overload the plus operator. It is a binary operator. So now let us try to overload some more operators. Suppose there is one more binary operator and I would try to overload it. Suppose there is one operator, the greater than operator. Suppose A is greater than B. If A is greater than B, then I can say it is something like this. Okay, so you always do something like this. If A is greater than B, then you say, something like C out A is greater. You write something like this. This is what we effectively want to perform over here. I want to write something like this, like if D1 is greater than D2, then I should be able to print that D1 is greater, or if then else, then D2 is greater. So in this way I want to do this. So always remember, suppose when I say A is greater than B, so inside this A is greater than B, the result is always Boolean. Okay, so in this case the return type will be what? It will be of type Boolean. Okay, so here the return type will be of type bool. And what is the operator? The operator is the greater than operator. And then inside this I am going to write distance D. Alright, so this is, my dear friend, this is just the declaration for the overloaded operator function, and then I am going to define it outside the class. So what is the return type? Bool. What is the name of the class? Distance. Then the scope resolution operator. Which operator we want to overload? We want to overload the greater than operator, and then distance D. Alright, so this is the overloaded definition. I have to write the overloaded definition for it, but before writing, let us try to understand this. Suppose I say D1 greater than D2. If I say like this, then over here again you observe that this is a binary operator. This greater than is a binary operator. This is the LHS operand, and then this is the RHS operand. So what we talked in the previous video, we always remember that the LHS operand is making a call to the overloaded operator function, and then the RHS operand is being passed as an argument. So over here D2 is being passed in the argument D. Alright, it is something like this. And what is the current object? The current object is D1. So I will do something like this. I will go to so in order to compare these two heights, suppose one height is 5 foot 6 inches and the other height is, say, suppose 6 foot 9 inches. So I will do something like this. I will convert both of these height to inches. So suppose if the height is 5 foot 6 inches, then the total amount of inches will be 5 into 12 plus 6. And if the height is okay, if the height is 5 foot 10 inches, then I will write 5 into 12 plus 10, convert it solely into inches. And then if the height is 6 foot 9 inches, then the total height in inches will be 6 into 12 plus 9. Okay, it will be something like this. So what is 5 into 12? 12 5 ja 60, and then it will be over here the output will be 70. And what is 6 into 12? 72. 72 plus 9 is equal to 81. Alright, 72 plus 9 is equal to it is equal to 81. Okay, it is something like this. So now in this case 81 is definitely greater. So here I have two heights, and then what I will do over here is that first of all I will convert both of them into suppose I will say feet 1, and feet 1 will be equal to this sorry, this one that okay, yeah, integer feet 1, and this will be equal to this arrow feet into 12 plus this arrow inches, and integer feet 2 I can write is equal to d dot feet into 12 plus d dot inches. So I converted both of them into, I converted both of them into, I will write inches 1 and inches 2 because I am converting both of them into inches. Okay, so I've done this, and then I will write return inches 1 greater than inches 2. If this is true, then return true, else you return false. Okay, so in this way I have overloaded the greater than operator. So over here I have overloaded the greater than operator. So suppose now I can write something like this: if d1 greater than d2, then I can write cout d1 object is greater, else I can write something like this: d2 object is greater. Okay, yeah, and then a new line marker. Okay, and here also a new line marker. Okay, yeah, let us see if it is working or not. Okay, let us see if this is working or not. All right, yeah, over here suppose I go and clean and build this application, and now if I run this application, what will be the output? Run. Yeah, d2 object is greater. Yeah, okay, you see d2 object is greater. Suppose I do one thing, I purposefully I make d2 to be 5 foot, suppose 3 inches, then naturally d1 will be greater than d2. So in this case d1 object is greater, it should be printed. So let us see what is the output. I will clean and build this application, and then I will run this application. So now you see d1 object is greater. Okay, so we have overloaded the greater than operator. So now there is one more operator, there is one more binary operator, and that is plus equal to operator. What does plus equal to operator means? Suppose A is having the value 10 and B is having the value 20. If I write A plus equal to B, then what does this mean? This effectively means that A is equal to A plus B. Alright, it is something like this. So effectively the result is getting stored in A. The result of performing the addition of A and B is getting stored in A itself. Alright, so now we want to do something like this. What we want to do, suppose if I write something like this, I want to write something like this. So I will comment this particular code. I will not I'm not going to use it right now. Let us try to understand this. So what I want to do, I want to do something like this: d1 plus equal to d2. So what will it mean? It will mean that d1 equal to d1 plus d2. What will it will mean? d1 equal to d1 plus d2. This will mean something effectively like this. Alright, so over here also, if you observe, the operand on the LHS is d1 and the operand on the RHS is d2. So always what we saw in the previous case, that when we overload the binary operator, then the operand on the LHS is going to make a call to the overloaded version of the function. So here also I will write it something like this: operator plus equal to and distance, suppose d. So why the output in this case is void? Why the output in this case is void, and why the output in this case is distance? The output in this case, if you are overloading the plus operator, is distance, because when you are performing the addition of d1 and d2 and you were putting it into d3, you just observe this highlighted code, you were putting into d3, so the result of addition on d1 and d2 was being passed to d3. So you needed to create a temporary object of type distance, and then you needed to return that distance. So that is why the return type of this is distance. This, when you overload the plus operator, the return type is distance. But when you are performing an operation like this, d1 plus equal to d2, the result is getting effectively stored in d1. That is the current object. So in this case, you do not need to return anything. So that is why I have kept the return type to be void. So that is why the return type has been set to be void. So over here, I will just go, I have just declared it. Now I will define it. So what is the return type? Void. What is the name of the class? Distance. Scope resolution operator. What is the operator? The operator is the plus equal to operator, and here distance, suppose d. All right, okay, something like this. All right. So what will I write? I can write something like this. This arrow feet equal to this arrow feet plus d dot feet, and this arrow inches equal to this arrow inches plus d dot inches. And then, you know, because inches can be greater than 12, so as many times they are greater than 12, I have to keep on subtracting 12 from the from inches, and then I have to keep on incrementing the feet by 1. So it is the same as what we are doing over here. So while like this arrow in inches is greater than or equal to 12, this arrow inches equal to this arrow inches minus 12, and this arrow this arrow feet plus, and I do not need to return anything because this is getting set in the current object itself. So we will graphically see it also. To make it more clear, we will just see this. We will graphically see it also. Okay, so let us just go and try to understand this. So I have written d1 plus equal to d2. Now I will write d1 dot show distance. If I write d1 dot show distance, that means d1 will store the sum of d1 plus d2. So over here, what should be the effective output? Let us just go and clean and build this application, and then I am going to run this application. Let us see what is the output. Okay, the distance is 11 feet and 1 inches. Yeah, the distances will be 11 feet and 1 inches. Why? Because 5 foot 10 inches and then and 5 foot 3 inches. So if you have 5 foot 10 inches and 5 foot 3 inches, then what will be the sum? New. Don't save. You have the distance as 5 foot 10 inches and 5 foot 1 inches. So 5 foot and 5 foot will make then 10 foot, and then 10 plus 11 equal to 10 plus 1 equal to 11. So 10 foot and 11 inches. So over here you are getting the same output, you know. Sorry, yeah. It is 3, all right. Okay. So this is just mathematics. I think you can adjust to it. I have mistakenly, it is not 1. It is 3, you know. It is 3. So it is not 1, it is 3. So effectively it is 13. And then once you subtract 12 from 13, then you will increment the number of feet by 1. Then it will become 11 foot and 1 inches. Okay. So this is the output that we are getting. So output is also justified. Okay. It's a like small amount of mathematics that is involved with it. So let us try to understand this. So over here, I will just try to explain it in just a minute so that things are clear. Okay. So here you are writing this arrow feet. So this arrow feet means the current object's feet is equal to 5 plus d dot feet. So d dot feet was also 5. So I think this is self-explanatory. I don't think I need to explain it. But still, if you want, I can do it. I have no issues doing it. I will open a new don't save, so that you can, I don't want to, I am making these videos for just, persons who want to learn from very basics. So I will take them. Suppose the first is 5 foot and 10 inches, and this is and the second height is, this is 5 foot and 3 inches. 5 foot and 3 inches, and then you are writing something like this. So this is the current object which is being pointed by this pointer, and this is the D object. Okay, so what I am writing, this arrow feet equal to this arrow feet, so this arrow feet is 5, and then D dot feet is also 5. So over here the value that is being written is 5 plus 5 equal to 10, and then I am writing this arrow inches equal to this arrow inches plus D dot inches. So this dot inches is 10, this arrow inches is 10, and then D dot inches is 3. So over here what is being written is now 13 is written. So now while this dot inches is greater than or equal to 12, yes, it is greater than or equal to 12, then you are subtracting 12 from the amount of inches, so it is becoming 1, and you are adding 1 to the number of feet, so it is becoming 11. So then you exit the while loop, and then this is now my current object state. The current object state, that is the D1 object state, is something like this. So the D1 object now effectively looks something like this. It is 11 foot and 1 inches. So effectively you are making modification in the D1 object itself. That is why you do not need to return anything. That is why the return type of this function is set to void. Okay, and that is what we are getting in the output. All right. So what all operators we have overloaded over here? We have overloaded the plus equal to a binary operator, then we have overloaded the greater than binary operator, in which case the return type was of type Boolean, and then I have overloaded the plus operator. So so this will end our discussion of overloading binary operator. Now we will try and continue with overloading some special kind of operators, and then also operator overloading through the use of friend function. This also we will discuss this in the upcoming videos. So thank you so much for watching my videos. Please do keep on watching my videos, and please do comment and do subscribe to my